Toad in the hole was the very first recipe I ever tested at a food magazine when I was working in London. I had no idea what it was, but it is actually sausages in Yorkshire pudding batter, and it's an old English classic. In my version, I used braised lamb shanks standing in place of sausages. The lamb may be secondary in terms of quantity, but certainly not in terms of flavour. First up, the Yorkshire pudding batter. So do this first because it needs 20 minutes to rest. The first important thing that I was taught when I first made a Yorkshire pudding is equal volume of ingredients. So I've got 4 eggs here, which turns out to be around 200 mils. And then I have about 3/4 of a cup of plain flour and 200 mils of milk. Whisk them together. Season with salt. And don't worry too much if it's not completely smooth because you just strain it through a sieve. Just going to rest that for 20 minutes in the fridge. Your oil needs to be really hot. The oven is still preheating, so we can just pop it in. It only takes around 5 to 10 minutes to get really smoking hot. Okay, so we'll cut up the vegetables. You can really mix these up as well. You can use baby carrots instead of parsnips, sweet potato. With a parsnip, they do have a very tough inner core, so I'm going to remove it. So I just quarter it till it gets really skinny at the end, and then I'll just chop off that part. It's really tough inner stem there, which isn't very pleasant to eat. So I just quarter it and then just chop it out. Truth is, I'm not actually the biggest fan of parsnips. I used to have to make parsnip puree every single day and it kind of scarred me for life. But my husband, he's English and he adores them, so plus they're high in vitamin C, K and folate. It's good to add them where you can. And the skin's perfectly good to eat. There's no need to throw it away. And some Kent pumpkin. I definitely like to keep the skin on with this as well. Just scoop out the seeds. You can use your favourite pumpkin. I just like the colour of this and I like the fact that I can just leave the skin on. I really like eating roasted pumpkin with skin. I think it's delicious. I'm just cutting them into 3 to 4 centimetre chunks. Just drizzle with some oil, season with salt, and let's get it into the oven. Get the batter from the fridge. Now this is the safest and easiest way to do this because you don't want too much heat to escape from the oven or to spill the oil anywhere, as I've learned from experience after making trays and trays of these on a Sunday at the Savoy Grill. So that will need about 20 to 25 minutes. And now for the lamb. I have some braised lamb shanks here and some lamb gravy that I've slowly made a stock in by adding a couple of shanks and then just shredding it once it's tender. You can use chicken, you can use beef, and then you can use chicken or a beef gravy instead. You can really just use the recipe as a guide to whatever you feel like doing. Okay, we'll just keep that warm over a low heat, and then I'll start cooking the veg. So I have some green beans and some sugar snap peas, but you can use peas, asparagus, whatever you feel like using. This dish is really high in vitamin A, which is hugely important for growth and development in pregnancy and also helps us to maintain a healthy reproductive system. Look at this. It's been 20 minutes and what a spectacle. Just pop them in wherever they fit in and around. How good does this look? It's looking nice and abundant, so a little lamb. Comfort food at its best. A new take on an English classic.